from GA-20 here. I'm going to walk you through my rig that I use live with the band. Let's start with the guitar. For the most part, I'm always using this on stage with GA-20. It's a mid-60s silver tone 1454. For the most part, it's stock. Let's see. Well, the most obvious thing that's happening here is the middle pickup has been removed. It actually, I think I blew it up and I got to send it up for repair, but I want to keep using the guitar. So I had my tech wire it up just with two. So these switches, if you're not familiar with the model, these are just on-offs. So each pickup has an on-off. If it goes down, it turns it on. Okay. I had it refretted when I got it, so the frets are in better shape, and I had the Bigsby rebuilt. And the last thing that I did with this guitar, that I do with a lot of Gibson guitars that I use live, I have it rewired basically like a Telecaster. One volume, one tone. That's it. These are just connected. So when I'm playing live, on, off, volume, tone, kind of like a Telecaster as far as the tone controls. Just makes it easier and less blending live. De-arming gold foil pickups, and that's that, fully hollow. Tuning keys are original on this one. All right, let's go to the pedal board. I'm using a one-spot C57 power brick. Can't see it, but it's underneath to power everything. Then I plug first. I go into the Boss tuner, TU3. I think it's the 3rd generation one. I seem to break a lot of tuners, and this one keeps up. Doesn't seem to break, so that's good. Next along the chain is 1st generation Seymour Duncan pickup booster. I've used this pedal, man, as long as I can remember. I almost always just leave it on. You have a 3-way selector, 0, 1, 2. Typically, if I want it to be just a clean, kind of fatter boost, but not really change the tone, I leave it on 0. And 1 acts more like a P90, 2 more like a humbucker. And then you get this thing if you want more volume, but I usually keep it down. You can hear it right here. I'll turn it off. Here it is off. Oh, wait. Off. On. Time. Off. On. So just a little bit fatter, cleaner. I guess it's kind of like the Klon, only you can buy those for $50 used and not 3,000. Moving on. I love Lonnie Mack and Robert Ward, and this pedal basically is like that. It's a pitch bending vibrato pedal made by Big Tones called the Maggie. And if you look at the controls down here, it's a stereo pedal, but the way I'm running it right now is just mono, so you gotta switch here, so I'm on mono. You got your intensity. Get really weird there, outer space, and speed. Now, if you use it in stereo, it does sound pretty cool. I just don't have it rigged up that way for now. All right, so from there, I'm going that Maggie into Catlin Bred Topanga Spring Reverb, which to this date's my favorite Spring Reverb digital pedal. That one's off at the moment. You'll see if you pan out. I got 2 of them, and people keep asking me why I have 2 on my board. With GA-20, there's times where I use quite a bit of reverb, and I got sick of bending down, basically, from song to song. So I have them preset. I tried it a few different ways, like just having one crazy and one mellow. I actually decided that I like both of them kind of set, kind of chill, not crazy, like that's just one on. And then I set the other one kind of chill too, but if they both go on at the same time, you get a lot, it's pretty wet. I also like these pedals. They have a volume and a tone knob, kind of like a tank, so you can kind of drive the front end of the amp. I basically have them all set at 12 o'clock. The one that goes a little extreme, I have the dwell up a little bit. Okay, and lastly I have the orange Detonator AB box, which right now I'm just not using it. But when I get backline amps for playing festivals or I'm flying in and out, and I use 2 amps, this is nice because it also has a phase button, so if the amps aren't running in phase. And it's also a Y, so ABY. Typically, if I use an AB, I'm just using the Y feature, 2 amps on all the time. And lastly, my Altoids thing, everyone asks what that is. That's just where I keep my guitar picks, so I always lose them. Okay. Moving on to the amps. Now, like I said before, they're both just on all the time. I'm not going back and forth. GA-20, we don't have a bass player. So Pat and I both use blackface Fender amps on the bottom. We try to keep them pretty clean, low end. I go through the left channel, I bypass the trem, I bypass the reverb. And a lot of times I feel like that channel is a little fatter, and I have my reverb on the ground anyway. And you'll notice I'm going into one, and then out of the input 2, I just run a guitar cable up into the other amp, the GA-20, so they're just both on, and I never have a problem. I was doing that before I had an AB box, so I still do that. Bright switch, that really just depends on the gig. I play a lot of the higher parts, and Pat plays the low end typically, but we do switch from time to time. So it just kind of depends on the way the room sounds. I never really put the volume on the bottom amp much past, 3.5. It just starts breaking up, and I don't need this amp to break up too much. Treble, bass, 5, 6, depending on the room. And that's that. Amp stock, except for the speakers were switched out a long time ago to Reverend Alltone, and they're ceramics, so I get a little more headroom, a little tighter. Moving up here, a 1960-61 Gibson GA-20. It's where we got the band name. We were using these when we first started. This one's seen lots of gigs. It's got some glue and some duct tape on there. I go into the first channel, and I run this one really not crazy loud. This is your volume right here. I'm going to turn the blackface amp off so you can just hear that. Pretty ratty. Turn it up a little bit, you'll see it starts bombing out. And when I got this amp, it was pretty dark. I had my amp tech Stan Day. I think he switched out a cap or something and just opened it up and gave me a little more treble. So now the treble, I'm only running it like on 2 or 3. What is that on? It's even maybe on 2. All right, let's go back to the Vibrolux, and I'll just show you what that sounds like without the tweed amp too. So put this back. Right. This is both of them. And then just the black. That was off. This is both of them. Now just the black face. Front pickup. I love these D-Armor pickups. Both pickups on, front and back together. And then just the rear one. With the vibrato. That's my rig with GA-20 Live. The only other thing you might see different if I'm playing is I recently also got Blackface Pro Reverb, which is basically the same amp, but 2 12-inch speakers. So if we're playing bigger rooms, I do switch out, and sometimes we'll use that. All right, if you like what you see, please share it and check out our page. Thanks.